Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back for I don't even know what. Let's see. Oh, I have messed myself up on my schedule. We have 3 quests today and I am really late to start recording now because I've been recording another series instead and got so wrapped up in it I screwed up. I don't know. Let's see. What we've got to get, just because I'm short on time. I don't even know if we're going to make 3 episodes. I don't know how long I can go today. It's very late for me to be starting. I have win 3 games with any class. And then, so I guess we'll just do an arena. My pick of arena. Gonna try and get above 255. Let's play the Shaman.
Earth and fire, heed my call.
Yeah. I'm not gonna bother to mention the series because, you know, when I get a new series, there's always this small chance that the entire series is gonna just get flushed down the toilet. It's a sad truth. But there's this chance that something will go wrong, particularly in the copyright claim department, and because of that we will just end up flushing the thing down the toilet, even though I am doing everything in my power to be in the right and thus not have that occur. Doesn't really matter that much if you're in the right with YouTube or not. But I can say if it does get out there, everybody should be really excited. I'm certainly very excited about this series, and actually you're gonna get at least 1 series, but probably 2 or 3 or 4. I mean, one little problem is that as I'm doing other series, I am taking my eyes off recording Isaac and FTL, and oh, as we see here, I even took my eyes off recording Hearthstone. Barely even made it so that I could get one of these, at least one of these quests done today. Maybe I'll have to record 2 more episodes tomorrow. But then again, I might be able to get them all done today. It's a little sad that I haven't gotten any Battle.net friends yet, but the videos are so far ahead. It's still not to the point where the video that is released today is anywhere close to the video that I first started giving out information and asking people to friend me. It's just so far away. Being a month ahead has its problems, but it is also very useful. Being a month ahead has given me plenty of free time to go and do some more games. Now, in a lot of ways, the fact that I'm doing other games and not focusing on FTL and Isaac really is just another pointer that they're about to get put on the back burner. I'm about to wrap up on them, and I'm gonna put some new games out, as replace them with different series. There's one game I want to do, but I'm not sure how long of a series it's really gonna make. That game is Plague Incorporated, Plague Inc. on the PC. I've played it a lot on my cell phone, and now I've gotten it for my PC, and I was thinking of doing a series like that.
Thrall versus
Not sure how long it's gonna last though,
For Doomhammer.
or how much
The
fun it's gonna be
elements
to
will
watch.
destroy you.
Just a little bit of fear in that. I'll have to try it. It may just turn into a spotlight. I've done so much work on my Minecraft server. In fact, I almost got completely done, and then something happened where I had to restore from a backup, and because I restored from a backup, I had to do about 6 hours of the same work again, which kind of sucks. But now I'm pretty much done with the Sky Factory in vanilla construction.
What to do?
Some of my programming in it could have been done better, but I opted to go the easy way. Try checking in Minecraft. I don't know of a way, or a good way at least, of checking to see if a player has no items. And that's an important part of the Sky Factory transportation system, as it were, to let's see. It's important to make sure that you can't bring any items from the rest of my server area, the general creative survival area, to the Sky Factory, because that destroys the concept of Sky Factory. If they can just go chop down trees or bring a big piles of dirt to the special area that I painstakingly emptied out of, removed all the blocks from, and put barrier blocks all the way around. If they can just bring items in
Shields up.
when they come, that's a problem. It's also a bit of a problem because they're given a starter pack of sorts, just a few items to start the game off. It's a bit of a problem to allow them to go to the Sky Factory and bring that starter pack over to the regular place, because if they're not even willing or able to play the game normally, well, I'm not gonna help them gain items like that. For the rest of the server, I imagined I want to make like stations, have every few chunks be a central junction of sorts, and probably not with a railroad thing. I'm over railroads in Minecraft, the train tracks. I've done on my 2 previous maps, as I showed on the spotlight, railroads that would go all the way to the edge of each wall, and then all the way around the wall, and I'm a little bit done with that. So I'm thinking maybe every few chunks, just as central station where you teleport yourself. I'm just gonna allow for be more teleporting friendly. That's certainly how you get to the that's totally how you get to the
Hey, give me a minute.
Sky Factory, is you just are teleported. Yeah, the Sky Factory is supposed to be completely done. One little problem on it is that for some reason cauldrons, and I thought this was going to work, but it won't. If you have a bunch of cauldrons, you need to make a very big grid for this to work. But if you make a big grid of cauldrons in vanilla Minecraft, and then it rains several times, like 20 or 30 times, there's a chance that the cauldron will fill up automatically by itself full of water. And the cauldrons have 3 levels of water, so there's a little bit of water, halfway full of water, and full of water.
Elements guide me. Elements guide me.
And so I was hoping making a grid of cauldrons would just allow you to take a metal bucket and get a bucket of water. That way they could create their own what is it? Saturated, irrigated land for growing other kinds of food, because that's pretty much where this Sky Factory is going to be limited to. I'm sure there's lots more to the Sky Factory mod that I'm not aware of.
Shields
Well, I
up.
know there's a lot more because there's a bunch of mods that simply I don't have the ability to simulate, like the desire to attempt to simulate. But let's see. Do I want to take this guy out? Let's just end our turn. I should have taken this guy out probably 2-3 turns ago. And then he's gonna blow up this guy, and it's gonna... That was dumb. That was really, really dumb to play that on top of everything else.
For the king!
Yeah, I guess I should have attacked this guy. So it's Sky Factory is basically just going to be
Elements guide me.
a way of creating
Elements guide me.
an area, creating a farm. I don't see any way I could give them lava or they could get lava to make a cobblestone. And I don't want to go into the cobblestone way of it, the cobblestone generator of it. I think when you're playing the Sky Factory and your first thing is, alright, let's just make another cobblestone generator
Well
and
played.
sit there and have infinite cobblestone for just a little bit of work and time. That's played out. That's been done so many times. Every single in the Sky. There is a game called Sky Block, which is kind of like Sky Factory, except for not as many of the mods or anything. And that's not what I'm shooting for. I'm looking for something somewhat similar to Sky Factory, not just Sky Block. And so I want them to grow trees and have to go through the pain and the progress of having to grow trees, having to make, take the wood from the trees and make half slabs, and use those half slabs efficiently to make their platforms. And I assume they will make a platform for mob grinding so they can get some other items, because mobs still should spawn. When I turn mob spawning back on my server, I turned it off as I was working on there, but I'll turn it back on at some point. And then, so they should be able to build a mob grinder, a farm, and then
I must protect
just
the wild.
general designs and
Doomhammer.
other things like that. Whatever they can think of is, I guess, the right answer besides the mob grinder and the farm. No real goal past the end of it. The biggest goal I put into the Sky Factory is that you start off with a beacon. So obviously they're not going to have any way of summoning a wither. That would be a nightmare if they were allowed to do that. And from summoning the beacon, from having the beacon right in the middle, they can see where the middle of the map is, which helps them. And under it, I've already placed like enough to activate, enough gold blocks or diamond blocks to activate it. And so they can put some more blocks under there. I've left an area where they can put more blocks and turn on like regenerative power and all of that. Then they can, through the Tradertron, upgrade bits of materials they get all the way up to the diamond level. So they can get diamond ore, and from the diamond ore they can get diamonds with a pickaxe, which they can make, and from the diamonds they can make a diamond block. I've even put at the very end of the trade, since I sort of had an extra trade,
I hope you like my invention.
a trade to give them leather so they can make a bookcase and
Job done.
enchant items and make books. So they have, I would say, a fair enough chunk of the items in vanilla. I'm giving them clay. I'm giving them several of the
I must
items.
safeguard the land.
I'm going back and forth on whether I'm going to give dirt or coarse dirt. If I give them dirt, they can get all kinds of plants and flowers to make colors, and so I'll probably just give them dirt. If they put bone meal on it, they'll be able to bone meal the dirt and get grass and all of that. But if I give them just coarse dirt, then they can't ever have grass. If they can't have grass, then they can't get flowers. If they can't get flowers, was thinking there was something about the grass and the flowers that would give them something that I didn't want them to have. But I can't remember what. I mean, you get seeds from the grass sometimes, and the seeds turn into their wheat seeds. That's actually a kind of hard to remember and know fact about Minecraft, is that if you hit enough bits of grass, I think you get wheat seeds. But yeah, I can't think of at the moment any reason not to give them the grass. Grass totem. And I've created a device that works with the cauldron. So what I did is I've put up a device where there's 4 cauldrons around like a fountain item. And
Do you like to play with fire?
whenever well, that works.
Job done.
Whenever the cauldron gets even 1/3 full, so I've lowered the ratio, and then that game balance is going to be the stuff that would really need people playing it to give me some feedback on that. But I've set it, I had it set really hard where it would have to be completely all the way full in the cauldron via rain, because there's no other way to get water in the area. Then it would automatically spawn a bucket of water at the top of this fountain like decoration. But it's probably just a better idea to just let it set. What I set it as was just whenever it's slightly full. Now, the way my setup works is very strange. It somehow, for some reason, I don't know, something about the cauldrons sets up the comparators next to the cauldrons that tell me whether or not there's water in it or not. They turn into block update devices, bud switches, and so somebody would have to break a block and put another block somewhere around that comparator for it to update correctly, because it's not reading the right readings, and that's not what I wanted. So now I have to put some more code in it than I really would want to, because it's not working right.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
But I'll probably do a spotlight. There will probably be a spotlight already out for the end of that, and that
Elements
might be
guide
the
me.
last of my spotlights for a good long amount of time. Because
Job done.
I'm over my sickness and I have less and less time now. Now that I can talk again somewhat. Talk as good as I could before. At least. It's time to focus in on recording other series. So I'll put that out and show it off, and I'm sure I could get some more suggestions, and if I get a bunch more suggestions or have any other ideas to do with the Minecraft server, I will. But it's shouldn't be a big focus.
Elements guide me.
Job done.
Oh man, I thought you had 2 health. I have not recorded a lot of FTL and Isaac stuff. Basically what happened is I uploaded enough to say, well, you have a month uploaded in advance, and so and then I took some time off to do some new series. Maybe that'll be the way we do it. Keep things interesting for me. It's gonna be becoming an incredibly more difficult task to keep myself interested in doing the same game over and over again. Like any other video game player, we all are very fickle and will quickly lose interest.
Elements guide me. Play.
Yep. I think this game is over. I can't see how he wouldn't win. But I need to really put my nose to Grindstone and either finish up those series, and I have another game. I have several games on the back burner, games I've played before that I can make series out of. I could turn series out that into daily release series, but if they break up that way, I've in this last series I've been recording, I've been making an episode between each load, and darn me if there's not a load between every 5 minutes. And I did not remember that because it's an older game.
Your soul shall be
But
mine. For
it
doom
really pointed out that in the game. I didn't want to make the game look bad because of it, but I feel like I kind of have. I've made a bunch of episodes, way too many episodes, really, when I should have probably just broken it into 3 episodes. Basically 26 episodes instead of 30. It should have probably been 30. But then that's an experiment on my part, because maybe I'll get a lot of viewers. The way YouTube works is, do people watch what percentage of your video? What's the engagement of your video? If I put out a 10-minute video and everybody watches all 10 minutes, that is, in YouTube's mind, a way more successful video than an hour-long video where people watch half of it. Even though that's 3 times as much time, it's the percentage of engagement. So maybe I'm doing the right thing and not even realizing it.
Do you like to play with fire?
So that's certainly an experiment. Could I ever do 10-minute episodes on Hearthstone? Well, yes, if I did just one game and released, if I broke up every single game and released 5 episodes a day, that would basically be it. Break up each game to its own episode, release 5 episodes a day. I don't see a point of doing that. I think it would be ridiculous. It certainly doesn't give me any ability to it doesn't give me any ability to talk, and in Hearthstone in particular, that would be a major problem if I was not able to talk and have conversations like I'm doing now while playing, because then I would lose interest in playing Hearthstone. I would like, and this is just me cyberbagging, e-bagging as it were, I would like people to start to get like a steady flow of games, and it would be really cool if people friended me on Steam and then they turned around and put so many games in my library that I just had this constant list of, let's make a video about this, let's make a video of this. If that would be almost a complete format change. If I every single day was playing a new Steam game, showing a spotlight of it, that would be kind of a problem because they need to have permission. So need to have permission to do a series. I don't want to make my channel be one of those channels that's just every single day copyright playing. Let's see, are these, either one of these have abilities? Not really. So I've got this silence. Might as well just bring it out. Seems like next turn I'll be able to just silence this guy and do 1 damage to him. So I should be able to win this next turn. Come on. Come on. I thought I was going to be able to win next turn, but he's turned it around a little bit. I still think I'm going to win. Attack power.
So many possibilities.
The next game I want to do is going to be a story-based game, but I think I can do the next story-based game I release as maybe a daily thing. This really messes with my intro. I'm gonna have to probably think and make a new intro on my channel, because whatever changes is gonna change what my intro says. And
I see everything.
that's fine. I need to continue learning and become better about making those things. The intro is gonna change probably a lot. I need new artwork. I need new everything. If anybody wants to give me that, I may have already changed my artwork, but even if I've changed my artwork, I probably still need new artwork. It's just a pretty endless cycle of want to upgrade it, want to make it look better. All my artwork right now is kind of just temporary. It doesn't matter to me if somebody wanted to make new artwork and they put it in a totally different direction. My artwork right now is kind of dark and crazy, which probably matches my personality quite a lot. But if somebody wanted to do unicorns and rainbows, I'd do it at least on April 1st day, April Fool's Day. Do it for all of the month of April, probably just to make it easy. Wow, am I really gonna lose this? Deal 2 damage to the character and freeze him. Let's see, what does this guy do? Nothing. 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 Void Terror. And give it Taunt. So I'm seeing 14 points. See if I can make it to the next turn. Nope. Doesn't look like I can. If I do story series to replace my daily series, that just means the story series will eventually end, and because they've eventually ended, we 0 wins. Then I'll just be back to another game. And I'm not completely opposed to the thought of just having one of my daily series be random games. It's just that labeling that and having people keep their interest to come back to it doesn't seem likely. So that was a wasted arena run, if I don't say so myself. I'm down to 130. I want to get back up to 255 or more. Really would like to be at 265 at least. Just every 3 days make a slight progress on that goal. Not a good hand again. Thinking we have all these cards. Quite possibly have every single heart. I've gotten into Twitter, or I'm trying to get into Twitter a little bit, and so this is past Valentine's Day, and for Valentine's Day, so I didn't have one of those cards. 4 out of 5 cards immediately turned to dust. Hearthstone had a couple tweets that I retweeted. Now, I don't understand Twitter or how it works. I don't understand if this is going to get me any more viewers. There's a problem in Twitter and Google Plus where I'm getting seems like maybe way more views But who knows if you can really trust these systems, whether they're just telling you things or it's the truth. That's a mech, so obviously that's a Goblins versus Gnomes card. Here's a classic card. We're already to the Warlock in the range of only 40 dust cards. So we're gonna have to save up more dust and more dust. It's gonna take more and more arena runs to have enough dust to unlock anything. Yep. And this was the one I got the second copy of. Okay. What do we play as Shaman? Can we play 3 again? Let's play 2 more. Just... So yeah, I'm trying to learn Twitter, but who knows if the views on Twitter is going to show up as views on YouTube. I'd much rather and prefer people watch my videos, actually watch my videos and not just see tweets of me saying the videos are out. I'm only really
For Doomhammer.
on Twitter and Google Plus so that as a easy way for viewers, people like you, to know when my next episodes are out, to be as convenient to you as possible. It's not...
Job done.
I want to engage with my audience, so I suppose if people did tweet me a question, I'd respond, but I would much, 100 billion times more rather you comment in YouTube, where YouTube can track that stuff, because that gets me more views. The whole point is I'm trying to get more views on YouTube, not trying to get more views on Twitter. If I get 1 billion quadrillion views of a tweet on Twitter, I don't get a dime. If I get just a couple thousand views on YouTube, I do get money of some amount. And the same is true for Google Plus too.
Job done.
Lots of views on Google Plus. It says somewhere around I have like 3,000 views on Google Plus, and who's to say if that's not probably 2,000 of that is just computer scanning all of it, or what? Maybe it is 3,000 regular people, but that doesn't help me any. It does not help me for one little bit to get views on Google Plus. I need views on YouTube. I need the commercial views, the ad views too. So it doesn't matter if I get 3,000 views if they're all using ad blockers and not making an exception to watch the ads for me, or let them play at least. Well, that doesn't help me.
Something needs tinkering?
I am certainly doing everything I can think of to improve my channel. I don't know what else. I'll certainly take suggestions if people have an idea.
Handle it! To war!
Oh, it looks like I might have a chance of winning this one. 13. 13 life.
Powering up. Portals online.
Wouldn't really bother me if I got all the quests done in this recording. Run a little low, why not?
Job's done.
I'm a little ahead on Hearthstone episodes as opposed to everything else, and that's just ridiculousness. That I'd be ahead on Hearthstone. I should be always ahead on the other series, not Hearthstone. Hearthstone should be the one that is the time limited one, because I can really only record 30 episodes every 3 days. I could play the other series for hours and hours and hours.
The frost wolves stand ready.
Job's done.
I don't think I'm gonna make it. I think I'm gonna lose. Oh, this is good old Hearthstone. I've missed you, Hearthstone. How you just kick me in the gonads over and over again until I learn to like it. It's just crazy. At this point, as much as I play this game, I should not have as bad cards as I do. I should not lose as much as I do. This is the real world coming in direct conflict of the game world, where I'm having the real world make me realize that I suck at playing video games, and the game world is all about not allowing me to realize that I suck at playing video games. So one of the things I retweeted from Hearthstone was that they put out a video of it actually landing on the unworthy opponent.
Throw! For Doomhammer, the elements will destroy you.
I doubt it. It's probably not even a smart idea to keep a 3 mana on a first turn. I have like no cards to play. Which probably wasn't. That's why it wasn't a good idea to keep this guy. Would have had one more chance, at least.
Job's done.
Handle it!
Job's done.
Would have done more damage if I had summoned this guy instead, but let's go ahead and save him for later. Also would have done more damage if I'd summoned this guy. There's a whole bunch of them. Let's get this guy out of the picture. There you go. We'll play that. Probably didn't need to even transform him. Probably wasted a card there. Let's see, what was he before? No, I didn't need to transform him after all. Sitting Spirit Walker. It's a Murloc, but I don't have this Murloc. I thought I had all the Murlocs. This was like a rare extra Murloc. Okay.
Handle it! Hit it very hard.
So what does he do? It's a 2/5 whenever another friendly Murloc dies, draw a card. Overload 1. Oh, so a little bit of an overload. We're both playing overload decks, so he just has possibly thought his out better. Put this here, and then go ahead and bring this over here. Silence this guy. Attack.
Job's done.
All other Murlocs have +1 attack. Oh, I should have silenced that guy. Oops. He's running a pretty good Murloc strategy here. Let's see. Charge. And then give this guy 2 attacks.
Taste my steel!
10 to the face.
Taste my steel!
Before got him down to below 8
Job's done.
before his first ability to do anything to my face. Or first choice. He probably had the ability. Don't want to bring this guy out probably at all.
Power, the will.
I think it would be a mistake to bring this guy out. Potentially give him more attack. Alright, so put this here, and then this here, and he quits. We are so close to getting at least one of those done. And I think I have one more game for this episode. And then if we've gotten at least one of the 3 victories we needed, and we'll get the rest hopefully in the next 2 episodes, unless we just have a terrible 10 loss in a row streak.
Rome versus
And
Nalthurian.
hopefully I'll even be able to finish it next episode,
Doomhammer.
and we'll just be short a recorded episode, which is fine. Like I said, I'm ahead. I somehow got ahead. You kind of want to stay ahead, but it's all right. I suppose it's only fair to say if you are really wanting me to do a series or even one episode about a game, then check with me first on Steam so that I can look up to see if I can get permission to put the video on there. I mean, it may stop me from even doing one video if I can't get permission. What's the point of me doing videos and then immediately getting copyright
Job's done.
strikes and then getting the entire channel taken down? That's the whole thing of it, right there in the nutshell. So, if you just want to give me a game, maybe I can play games that. What I can do is I can play games that are given to me on Steam that I won't get permission for to do it. Let's see. There was one, I think, either Heavy Rain or The Last of Us or both. I think that may be the same company. So that makes them both. Specifically, I've heard does not allow you to put videos up. And so from that, we could, if I was given that game, I could play it on my own time. Well, this is all my own time.
I must safeguard
But I could play it and then talk about my experience playing it here on my Hearthstone or whatever my Talkie series is. That was sucky. So I can certainly talk about my experience of playing a game without putting the video up for whatever that is worth to people. In fact, I can go ahead and do that next episode, because there is one game or two games. Yeah, there are two games. I can't believe it. Yeah, there's. I've already forgotten the insult done to me by this stupid YouTube system. To the point where there's been 2 entire series where I've recorded and had to take them down. And because of that, I can talk about those games next episode, and I guess I'll do that. I'll talk about my experience and sing their praises, and then immediately kick them in the butt because somebody who was in charge with those games decided that it was more important to make content ID matches or copyright strikes. I think they were content ID matches than it was to get free advertising for their games. That they would rather try and siphon a few bits of ad revenue of me playing a series. And I'm just not willing to do that. I'm not willing to allow somebody else to make money off my videos when I am not making money off their videos. Some bigger than me, because I'm the smallest of the smallest, really. So anybody that is gonna try and do that and say that they deserve income off what is my work. I mean, I'm not fighting this ridiculous. It's not a ridiculous thought to say, yes, I tell people go buy the game, go play the game. Sure, why not? So I'm telling them to go pay the creators what the creators are asking to own the game. But then for creators or some corporation that basically owns the creators and controls the creators to say they deserve the profit from, they deserve to profit from my work of my review of the game is not acceptable. It shouldn't ever be acceptable. But even in that statement, I'm thinking, well, maybe if I was just pulling in tons and tons of cash from YouTube each month, it would be fine for me to do games every now and then and just not put get ad revenue. But that's just not the case now. And I shouldn't ever agree to that. I shouldn't ever never work for free. If you work, the second you work for free, every single person in the world is going to expect you to do it for them too. That's true as much for YouTube as it is for any other job. If you have a boss or somebody that asks you to work off the clock, don't work off the clock. Walk out the door if you can. Do not work for free. It's illegal, first of all, in the United States. Second of all, he knows it's illegal. And third of all, he's trying to push you around and rip you off. There are so many jobs out there that are actually just scams. Scams to rip off the employees as much as the customer. To underpay and make some more money that way. Break the law, because nobody's enforcing employment law at all in the United States. But I've ranted about that several times, and I'm not going to again. We are done with this episode. Despite the fact that it's pretty late, I think I'll be able to get 2 or 3 episodes recorded today, which is good news. Will we get back to 255? I hope, but maybe not. Anyways, I'm done. As always, I ask that you like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to follow me on Twitter, Google+, Battle.net, or Hearthstone's, yeah, Battle.net is Hearthstone, or Steam. Steam is the other one. I always put them out of order. I'm mixing them around. All that information is down in the notes, or the description, but I'm calling it the notes now because it's easier to say for me. So check out the notes to friend me on those things. We are done. Have a good evening.